of singles bracket going on. You got Suarez, the Yoshi extraordinaire, the one who took the set off of Cosmos and takes many a weekly here at AON, versus Peaches, the Lucario we saw playing in dubs.
You know, despite these two guys being brothers, I don't think I've ever seen them play in Ultimate yet.
Did not know they were brothers. That is something I just learned.
Yep. So their last name happens to be Suarez. The Yoshi is John, which if you ever hear Long Island scream, "Let's go, John!" that's why. And then Peaches is Nick.
But on this stream,
I mean, it doesn't happen, which is why it's special.
now on this side, we do have losers finals finally going on here.
I wouldn't blame you for thinking this is winners finals. Look at the teams that we have on board right now. Yeah. Ralphie and NickC fighting off against Mystery and Anti. Both, I believe, with a chance of redemption fighting against Light and Venia.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that Ralphie and NickC were also put in the losers by Light and Venia as well. And this is a completely different change of pace from what they were just dealing with the Greninja and Robin, where they had the zoning and offstage pressure. Now you have to deal with the catalyst of pressure that is Anti, with all those comeback mechanics, and a footstool.
What?
I was going to say Mr. E being the one with the offstage gameplay and also known for his footstools. Anti decided to do it himself.
I mean, hey, listen, if it works, it works.
Exactly.
Although it does mean that that red team is going to have to play a little bit more safe because, honestly, this is not a match where you're going to afford to just drop stocks willy-nilly. But what a call-out from Ralphie, this time ending an early stock on Anti.
And I'm pretty sure that was yet another Anti-up B trying to come through, and Ralphie already knew.
Part of me thinks that he's doing it so that he could take his own stock with style.
Nah, he's trying to call it the Anti. He's definitely developing his own up B through center stage to take everything out.
Like random up Bs like an ass on stage, the Anti. That's not what I want Anti to be known for.
It's the anti-meta. It's not the correct decision. But at the moment, though, regardless, it is still Mr. E holding onto his stocks very well right now. NickC losing his stock yet again, though, after that early footstool. That is not what he wants to happen right now.
I feel like this has always been a constant in doubles here in Tri-State, is that amongst all the chaos, you always have Eric just playing it right. Like, he's always been such a good doubles player, and he's like, all right, everyone's going to mash buttons on top of each other. I'm going to sit here and keep it happening. He's sitting there with 3 stocks. Meanwhile, Red Team collectively has 3 stocks.
And Mr. E being Mr. Consistent as well. He has done such a great job of... I try to compliment people and they die.
Now, see, I compliment them and they play nice. You do it and they get sauce.
Yes. See, I was just about to talk about Anti as well, and goodbye. But, you know, Mr. E, again, what I was saying before, Mr. Consistent, he has done a good job of keeping the Palatinas pressured at the ledge all day and just not letting them recover for free. Now he's switching his target onto NickC. It's definitely something that Nick wants nothing to do with Captain Falcon's recovery against that Marth. Palatina actually going to die, as well as NickC. Now Ralphie forcing into a 2v1 situation against very fresh stocks.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty done deal for game 1 here, but just as a reminder, Lucius Finals here for Orion is going to be a best of 5. Even in doubles, we normally don't do best of 5 doubles, but like
big regional event, you want to make sure that you throw out all that extra time to work. But right now, this is looking like we're going into game 2, and Ralphie is considering new options because he has not been able to press one option that he wants right now. Mr. E and Anti trying to go for the up B in center stage for a read, and you know what? He's just done with it.
He got a couple of really nice ledge cancels and then didn't.
I'm almost gonna be upset when Anti finally lands one of those up Bs in like center stage for an air dodge read. Because he keeps going for him, and it's going to look hype when he gets it.
Some rando definitely going to call that the Anti, and that's it. It's immortalized.
He's taken out Mr. E's stocks like 4 times for the sake of trying to get him.
He's trying.
Hey, you know what? They're still in losers finals. Hey, Fang.
I was just waiting for the right time to pop in. We got crazy teams, though, happening today.
Doubles
here
has been
wild.
wild.
Yeah, it's been wild. I just got out of them, and I saw all the other teams still, and I'm like, oh, not too shabby.
And
now we got
Ralphie and Nick had to clean them up. And
now this team of Ralphie and Nick at Smash Sounds didn't exactly do too well, but now they're killing it. These two have been on the grind day in and day out. I'm talking 12 hours a day. Punch in for your shift, do overtime, and they're cashing out with their character picks, and they're doing really, really nicely. Interesting team comp as well. Captain Falcon and Pichu.
Yeah, originally he was playing the Palutena just before, and all the edge guards and the damage he was taking from Mr. E were just so hard to deal with. I think swapping to the Pichu, he is going to die earlier, but the fact that he can now establish more harassment and pressure on the landings of Mr. E as well as Anti, this might work out better for them.
I definitely like it as well because there is a little bit of setup to a kill with Captain Falcon. He kind of needs to get something going for be able to capitalize the kill. Pichu, though, has several very strong kill tools like that F-tilt that I saw earlier. Very, very potent, very, very strong. I also like to know Anti's usage of Lucario. I know he's been tweeting a bunch about his character crisis lately, but it seems like he's found a home in teams with Lucario. I'm digging it.
His Lucario's been the most consistent pick of his, even in singles from what I've seen. Like, I really think it's what Lucario's normals bring to the table in Ultimate that is why we're seeing so much of the Lucario. Also because Mario is not as safe of a neutral pick as a character.
And that kill potential from Lucario, as we're seeing throughout these double sets, has been just working in spades. And now you have Pichu, who's going to die even earlier to this knockback. It's not something that he's necessarily afraid of.
So do we know if the Anubis still exists?
It is
for Lucario?
worse in this one.
It is significantly worse.
But it does exist still.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
In the idea that, like, Aura is calculating, and it takes that less stock into it works. I'm mad.
I feel like he's just trying to set up Mr. E for an edge guard. Like, yo, get out there. Go after it. I'm just trying to find some type of light to it. I don't know.
He just does it.
He does it, and it's setting up edge guard situation for Mr. E. He did not capitalize. The F tilt not high enough to knock him out just yet. And Anti gonna get taken out by NickC as well, though, recognizing the situation there.
I honestly thought that was Ralphie just getting spiked, but hey, how about that?
Ralphie getting obliterated in a second. Also, NickC currently at 134%. He could die from a straight hitbox or a tipper from either one of these characters.
Wow.
Getting the tipper right on cue with that falling up air.
And as you can see, Mr. E being quite the stock tank right now, still sitting at his first stock at about a 130%. But you see the red team is still focusing mainly on Anti, which is, I don't know if that's too great, considering the more damage that you build up on Lucario, the better he becomes.
The game plan is just eventually, with all the up Bs, he's going to kill him.
Yeah, exactly.
And that time throwing a gigantic Spirit Bomb at him, taking out his stock.
They're just whittling him down, and I can tell Mr. E's been playing around the outskirts of the stage quite a bit while Anti kind of does the crowd control midway. I don't know how formulated or how often Ralphie and NickC have teamed before. I know they have played a ton together recently, so the team synergy definitely is there.
I actually do like the game plan as well coming in here because originally everybody's, wow.
Omega Hadouken into the sun.
Goodness.
Jesus.
But you know, I do like the game plan that was coming in originally, where Anti was the one being holding back and letting Mr. E take point. But now because everybody's going at Anti, Mr. E has been able to just hold on to these stocks so well and let Anti just have fun.
I feel like the only issue with this particular comp of Falcon Pichu is just that Ralphie's not paying close attention to where his Thunder Jolts are going. And so because of that, he was interrupting a lot of Nick's combos or like Nick's pressure.
That's really what Falcon needs in doubles too. Like with Pichu, I feel like Pichu can be a more support-oriented character. I feel like throwing Thunder Jolt out too much, throwing any projectile out is not exactly the best strat to do in team if it's not calculated. With Pichu, the aerials are great combo potential, so use that. Bail Nick out of these tense situations because Falcon is also a glass cannon. Yes, both of these characters' disadvantage state can be pretty detrimental.
Just throwing it out there, can we talk about the fact that Pichu's alive at 167?
This man is going in.
He taunted.
This man is going out.
Gonna get it. Yo, he taunted before and actually managed to dodge both of the hits coming in from inside Mr. E.
Look at how happy he is. He's like, you see how long I lasted there, bro? Those guys are shocked.
Yo, guys, my DI is
so good.
Godlike. My Pichu is so godlike.
Come on, Eric. Get it together, bro.
Come on, man. I'm moving.
Happy to finally see Anti out here. I know he DQ'd himself at Let's Make Moves in true Anti fashion.
Yeah, it was someone I was told it had something to do with his hand.
An appearance on Long Island as well. This is a rare Anti. This is basically the equivalent of a shiny Pokemon appearing on Long Island.
Damn.
It's pretty good. We know he's in the habitat, but we gotta find him still. And I'm liking this stage pick.
I am intrigued the fact that Ralphie opted to stick with the Pichu, though.
I think the Pichu works. It's really just a matter of him being more aware of where he's putting his projectiles because Pichu has a ton of kill power, and we've already seen how well that he can single target with his own combos.
Yeah, and his combos have linked into NickC's setups as well. It's not like it hasn't worked. It's just, like you said, with the inconsistency of hitting him, I was accepting maybe a Cloud. But then again, he's probably looking at Mr. E and thinking absolutely not. Like, Mr. E will take that Cloud recovery and run away with it at very low percents. Very easy. I think maybe that's part of the decision-making behind it.
I'm also liking, this probably has nothing to do with it, but I noticed that he switched from the bow to the focus band Pichu, signifying that my boy's going to hang on till the bitter end. Even if he's got 1 HP left in that tank, he's still going in. I think, though, that Ralphie should really be using how low-profile Pichu is and how speedy to bail Nick out of these tense situations. You notice this has been going into 2 separate 1v1s quite a bit.
Yeah,
and that can happen when you're in 2 separate 1v1s against 2 really good players. Two is usually better than 1.
Something that was going to happen, but Anti calls it out. Mr. E always opts to go for the 2v1 situation where people have just not done that most of the day. He backed through NickC, ran in, saw the stock was gone, then ran back to NickC, even though he could have gone for the edge guard. He opts to go for the actual sealed kill between 2, and that's a huge thing to success in doubles.
Forward tilt didn't kill. It's amazing. He's
dead.
Yeah.
Finally dead. Both of them going down.
Nobody lives.
The survivability on E and Anti, though, was pretty insane. Given how Lucario's jump, I wouldn't exactly call him, like, super floaty. He's kind of floaty, I guess. It's just the way, and also with Lucario's brand new shiny aerials, he's able to just do so much. That Nair is amazing now. That Nair can.
They gave him real normals.
That Nair can feed the poor, cure cancer, he can do anything.
Yeah, Lucario with the
crazy.
fact that he actually gets like real combo tools now that are consistent, like rather than just only having to rely on that kill potential he had before. Is working it really well for Anti. I think that's a big part of why he's liked him so much. Trying to go for the hard read on a potential roll with that F smash.
Oh.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Nick went so hard with Nair, wanted to dare that it broke the stream for about a second. That extreme, what is that? That's counter, actually. What am I saying? Not extreme. Extreme's up B.
Double T.
Counter's really powerful, though. That's crazy how potent that move is and how much Anti's been throwing it out. I feel like Ralphie could be grabbing a bit more and kind of setting up into NickC. These two have been playing kind of separately. And when you do have 2 good players teaming up with each other, it can be like that. But once you reach a team with proper synergy, it becomes really hard. And I know Ralphie has some very strong fundamentals in team as well, given his positioning. He did play Cloud in 4, but the way he moved around the stage and how he centered himself is looking a lot different from how it was in 4. See, E and Anti not clustering up too much, not getting each other in the corner. They're both spread out. They're both making sure they have both the proper workspace to work around each other, and that's really helping them hang on to these stocks longer and wrap up the red team stocks earlier.
Well, it's also the idea that, like you mentioned earlier, we're finding ourselves in separate 1v1s so often, and that's a very proactive choice by blue team. They don't want to be caught together too often.
Yeah, I can't picture Lucario and Marth dancing together and having it work out, man. They're definitely the 2 dudes who are like the top in the class, and they're on the group project at the same time. They're like, I don't like you, but we're going to work together and get this done. That's it. Tip Nation coming out.
What an abuse on that normal Pokemon, just eliminating Pichu. And I agree, but it's also worked out to their strength because of the fact that they're not staying on top of each other trying to go for maximized combos. They're just waiting to position to get the small hits and rack it up. They both have the kill potential to seal out any stocks. Why work so close together and have a situation where they lose stage control because they overcommitted?
I think also it's pretty early in the game so far for Ultimate teams. I feel like not too much has been developed. Everyone's kind of just been running hot off their fundamentals.